Do you have acid reflux or hiatal hernia? What are some foods that heal? If you've been struggling with acid reflux for a while, you've already been told the foods not to eat. Don't eat spicy foods, tomatoes, onions, garlic, caffeine, mint. You've heard all that, and that's great. But what should you eat? So let's focus on the positive of what you should bring into your diet that can really heal. So let's start out with some fruits. And these are alkaline fruits, meaning they're not acidic, so it's not like a citrus. That's something that will bother you. But melons and bananas are alkaline, and so they help coat your esophagus, which is a healing tool. Also, grains like oats, quinoa, and brown rice reduce reflux. As far as some supplements are concerned, aloe vera juice, the inner fillet is what the part of the aloe vera that's important to get. But research has shown that it reduces irritation in the esophagus, so that can be of an assistance, as well as teas like slippery elm and marshmallow root. These teas have been around forever, and they have stood the test of time as far as coating the esophagus and stomach and being very soothing. Cabbage juice is something that can support the mucosal healing, or that lining basically of your entire intestinal tract. It supports healing. So cabbage juice is something to add. And then there's things called prokinetic foods. So pro meaning for, kinetic motion, and that's to increase motility in the gut, so things are not sitting there too long, which definitely happens with hiatal hernia. And the pressure that ensues is the motility, the motion within your stomach and colon is not as quick as it should be. That allows bad organisms to procreate. It allows pressure to build up. So one good prokinetic food, which is a root, is ginger root. And so you want to start kind of low and slow with this, see how you do. It shouldn't feel super spicy on your tongue. You can get teas, a little bit of ginger on its own. You can cook with that, but definitely helping with gastric emptying, so keeping things moving along. Also, bitter greens do this. They help with not just the motility of your overall gut, but also having bile move efficiently. And so arugula, dandelion greens, endive, you can look up all the bitter greens, very, very healthy for you. Anti-inflammatory foods is a different category. Berries, which are foods that are high in what's called polyphenols. There's a lot of foods high in polyphenols. Just a few of them are olive oil, flax, walnuts, Brussels sprouts. There's an abundance of foods high in this nutrient, but definitely look those up because they're beautifully anti-inflammatory. And omega-3 enriched foods like salmon, chia, flax. They're also anti-inflammatory and reduce esophagus inflammation and stomach inflammation. So then there's the fiber question, or the fiber category. Americans, we are terrible in how much fiber we eat. We're very deficient. And what fiber does, it gets lower in the colon and feeds the good bacteria. You want those good bacteria to be very robust and abundant. They protect your immune system. They increase motility. They decrease that extra pressure, which is such a deep cause of hiatal hernia and acid reflux. So you can't say enough about fiber and its benefits, but it's also been shown in research, and I'm attaching this research study to the description, is to keep that positive pressure in the esophagus, because everything in the gut, the pressure is supposed to be from up down, holding things down, not allowing things to go the wrong way, which certainly is what reflux is. So soluble fiber found in chia, flax, psyllium, very, very helpful. There's also vegetables, like if you can steam broccoli, zucchini, sweet potatoes, those are high in fiber as well. And they will help with the transit time or the motility, as we've been referring to it. And then moving into eating habits, which can be just as important as what you're eating is how you're eating it. You want to not have overly large meals, so have a medium-sized meal. It's okay to pull away from the table where you're just feeling satisfied. You don't want to get to the full state when you have these issues. think generally that's a good idea with the rate of obesity in our country, but certainly if you have acid reflux or hiatal hernia. So you want to eat medium-sized meals, and you want to chew your food very, very well. To applesauce consistency is what is recommended. So really taking your time to chew, have conversation, relax. That also helps get your vagus nerve engaged so you digest better if you're more relaxed. And then timing, when you finish your, well, really any meal, but particularly your largest meal of the day, take a stroll, get some motion in the body, which helps digestion. Don't lie down, don't go to bed for a good 3 hours after you've eaten your last meal of the day. That's very, very important. And also posture. So after you're done eating, you don't want to like slump over and compress yourself into a C. That's why that habit of taking a little stroll after eating is great, because you're upright, you're erect, the motion of your body is helping digestion, but also you're not hunched over. So you don't want to eat and then hunch over your laptop. That will depress your ability to digest as well as you should. So I hope you found this helpful. Just kind of check off the boxes as you go through this. The full notes are in the description, but see how many of these habits you can bring into your day-to-day life that will not only assist you with acid reflux and hiatal hernia, but truly assist your overall health. So I hope you found this valuable. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel. We're trying to make sure more people have knowledge of this type of information, and send me a comment. I love your comments. I answer pretty much all of them, and we'll talk soon.